asks, how do you like your own comic series?
I have a comic series? Computer! Why was I not informed of this sooner?
You were! Yesterday!
You are trying to trick me? Now tell me why you didn't tell me sooner!
I told you I'd tell you yesterday, so I told you yesterday!
Tell me!
Fine! Did you know you have your own comic series?
I don't know! You tell me! I wasn't paying attention.
For crying out loud! Anonymous asks, what do you hate the most, excluding Dib?
Excluding that miserable stinkweasel? Easy. Earth.
Ronald M. Donald asks, Dear Zim, once you eventually conquer and enslave the human race with your dooby-doom powers of doom, what do you plan to do next?
Ah, excellent question. I basically plan to rule you all with an iron fist, make your life miserable, then blow everybody up with a giant death weapon that I'm saving for the occasion. I'm not procrastinating. Stop accusing me of such... These things take time, okay?
Anonymous asks, I'm so curious. Zim, do you have any siblings? I mean, I know you were grown/born in a test tube sort of thing like most Irkens, but are there any other people that share more of your DNA than others? Or, quote-unquote, siblings?
Actually, not most Irkens. All are mass-produced in smeateries, like candy. But, back to the question. Share in my amazing Zim DNA? Ha! Some would wish. No, my cloning slot was taken and destroyed minutes after I saved everyone in horrible overload day. Something about my cloning batch being a threat to the general populace, or something like that. I don't know. I think it probably has to do with how awesome I am. The higher-ups just can't risk my amazing genes falling into the wrong hands. Can't say I blame them.
Anonymous asks, are you capable of feeling actual love for each other, or is your AI too low grade for that?
Welcome home, son!
Ronald M. Donald asks, Dib, why not just use one of your father's inventions to kill Zim?
Well, I would, but it seems a little too easy, you know? I mean, sure, Zim's gonna wipe out all the human race and I have to stop him and all that, but what's wrong with just capturing him so I can have a bunch of street cred, right? Could you imagine how grateful they'd be when I expose Zim? Huh? Could you imagine the looks on their faces when they find out that I was right and they were wrong? Huh? They'd all regret mocking me! They all would! So, you know, that's just why it wouldn't really make sense killing him, you know?
Anonymous asks, what would you do if Zim stopped trying to take over the world and wanted to be your friend?
That sounds kinda weird, you know? I wouldn't trust it. Not for a second. Zim's always got something up his sleeves. That squishy little bug. Of course, I'd play along with his stupid plan just enough to catch him out of his disguise in front of the press. I'd finally get the attention my studies deserve.
Anonymous asks, 1. Do you ever get bored of trying to expose Zim? 2. Have you ever gotten any proof of any paranormal phenomenon, ever? 3. What do you do if/when you get sick of trying to expose Zim as an alien?
Of course I don't get bored with trying to expose Zim. I've got to remain vigilant. I can't let my guard down for a second, or else he'll get his filthy alien paws rubbed all over the earth, like some kind of horrible, rubby thing. Yeah, that's good. As for that last question, I did try giving up on Zim once, because I was sick of everyone making fun of me, and you know what? I felt miserable. I tried doing real science, as my dad puts it, and it was so boring. Now, as for proof of paranormal phenomenon, I certainly do have proof of other things. If you want to see more, check out my website, https://www.
Anonymous asks, how exactly was that ride to Earth, with Gurr singing the Doom song all the way?
I don't want to talk about it. Next question, please.
Anonymous asks, how was the ride to Earth where you sung the Doom song all the way?
Was that the time with the tacos?
No, Gur. I think they were talking about when you and Zim first came to Earth.
Oh! I remember! I'm not telling though. It's a secret!
Anonymous asks, what's your favorite food?
I like me the tacos, and the donuts, and the pizza, and the chicken, and the doggies. Ooh! And the one little wiggly things.
Ronald M. Donald asks, how is the squirrel that ate Dib's big head doing?
Oh, him! My big squirrel friend! He dead! The bad guys killed him real bad!
Anonymous asks, will you help Zim get along with Dib?
What'd he say? He say all mean things like, hey, you dumb! But last time, when they didn't be all angry, then Master stole the couch, so Mary needs to be mean to Master, cause then I get the couch! I love couch. I love it so delicious.
Anonymous asks, why did you shoot the poodle into space? How long has that poodle been in your head? And where did you get a poodle from?
Must not say. Must obey the poodle of 1,000 faces. Must.
Anonymous asks, how important do you think you are to Zim? What would he do without you?
My master loved me so much. We best friends. Except when we're not. I don't know what he'd do without me. How I not exist? How I not exist? It don't make any sense.
Anonymous asks, did you ever figure out what the G in your name stands for?
Nope.
Let's get this over with. I only signed up for a limited amount of questions.
Gabe McGinnis asks, hello, Gaz. Quick question. I have recently run across a rumor on the internet that if the original series had continued, your brother Dib would have discovered that he is in fact a clone of Professor Membrane, rather than his biological son. Do you know about this? And with that in mind, what exactly are you?
Does that count as 2 questions?
No.
Fine. So, did I know Dib was a clone? No. But it wouldn't surprise me. Dib's an idiot. And if he's some weird test tube experiment, it would explain a lot of his problems. I'm probably a test tube clone too, but it's not like I care much. As long as Dib's off bothering Zim, and as long as I have my game slave too, I'm perfectly fine, whether I'm a clone or not.
Kramer asks, Gaz, what is your relationship with Gur? Is he just a nuisance or worse? What would be your response to Gur if he disturbed you in some way?
Gur? Isn't that Zim's stupid little robot? I don't know. Maybe if he stays out of my way and doesn't bug me, we'll be just fine. But I swear, if that little hyperactive ball of saccharine so much as touches me, he'll soon be missing a proportionate number of appendages.
Changeling Butterfly asks, excuse my ignorance, Gaz, but where did your necklace come from? Have you just always had it, or did you get it from somewhere?
This thing? I had my dad make it a while ago. It has a built-in 2 kiloterabyte USB drive, a biometric sensor / voice scanner for my security drones, and all my game data backed up. Oh, and it has a taser. For Dib. On occasion.
Anonymous asks, what do you think about Zim as your friend?
What? Zim as a friend? Oh, that's funny. Wait, are they being serious? Seriously? Alright, then let me ask you something, Anonymous, if that is your name. If you ran into some sort of evil, slimy space reptile who was bent on killing or enslaving you and everyone else on the planet, would you be buddies? Huh? And it doesn't help that he is usually the reason I'm a laughingstock at school. what I wouldn't give to see that little green creep on an autopsy table. Providing I get credited for it, of course.
That's not all. They also asked, is Zim the only thing you've ever been this obsessed with?
Well, maybe. I did have a year or two when I was focused on hunting down Bigfoot, but it only turned out to be some sort of bearded lady hobo thing. Actually, no, Zim is the center of my attention now, and with good reason. He's the only supernatural entity that I've encountered that is actually trying to take over the Earth, and no one else will believe me! So yes, as Earth's sole defender, I am very obsessed with Zim. I have to be. If I let my guard down, he'll do terrible stuff. Terrible!
That's not all, though. One last question from them. Do you like Zim at all? Be honest.
Seriously? There's an extraterrestrial menace trying to wipe us all out, and I get a question on whether I like that threat or not? Gee, you want me to be honest, huh? Is that what you want? Well, fine, I'll be honest. I like Zim just about as much as I like any other alien invader. Dead. That Irken scumbag thinks he can just come here and mess with my planet. Well, he's got another thing coming. Earth is my responsibility, and I will defend it. I won't just sit back and let him waltz all over this place like its own personal dance floor. I won't!
Anonymous asks, Dib, where's your mom at, bro? A little birdie told me that Bigfoot kidnapped her and ate her dumb head. Speaking of heads, yours is huge.
Zim, is that you? You've sunk so low that you're gonna send me anonymous hate mail? Ugh. At least do a good job of insulting me. How's about the fact that I'm an obsessive-compulsive kid who can't even thwart a completely inept alien invader? There's a good start. I mean, come on, Zim. I know you're dumb, but these jokes just practically write themselves. You stupid little green... You... moron.
Alistair asks, what do you think Zim's new plan is? Do you think Gur might be able to help you?
I have no clue what his plan is at any given time. He changes it up so much. Usually because they, well, as threatening as they are, they're not really that good. But I can't allow that to let my guard down. I have to stay prepared, meaning I have to treat each and every plan like a legitimate threat. So, what was the other question? Oh, yeah, Gur? Is that his weird little robot dog's name? You know, he is pretty stupid. Maybe I could trick him into helping. Or I could bribe him with some candy or something. That might actually be worth looking into. Thanks, Alistair.
Anonymous asks, what would you think of Zim if you found out that he's a defected outcast, treated among his people the same way that you are treated among yours?
That would... That makes me feel so... sorry for him. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't say that with a straight face.
Insane asks, why don't you spend more time with your family instead of being a workaholic? Can't you see they're suffering because of you? Insane asks, why don't you spend more time with your family instead of being a workaholic? Can't you see they're suffering because of you? You should be charged with neglect, among other things, but nevertheless, I'm right. If you would take the time instead of, once every year to at least, I don't know, try to spend more time with them, but I doubt they'd appreciate it. Insane.
Insane, I can tell your name is definitely meaningful. You seem to not understand. I am the only man who stands between order and chaos, and I am simply too busy developing cures, inventing power sources, or generally saving mankind from its own ignorant extinction to be bothered with my 2 experimental child units. But never fear, they do hold a special place in my heart, and I'm sure to always provide the proper parental interactions via my video feeds and pre-recorded messages. It is the least I could do, after all, for my wonderful little Gaz and her failed experiment of a brother.
Grain Art asks, have you ever considered that the supernatural are in fact not fiction? Also in the same vein of questioning, Anonymous asks, why don't you believe in aliens or the supernatural?
Why, I'm glad you two asked that. Maybe now we can put all these foolish concepts to rest once and for all. It's a matter of scientific evidence. If there were scientific evidence of aliens or the supernatural, I, Professor Membrane, would know it. And since I don't, it stands to reason that such things are nonsense concocted by the mentally insane populace of this world, including my son. My horrible, horrible son.
Alistair asks, do you think your son is right about aliens, or is Zim just another normal human being in your book?
My son is absolutely wrong, and utterly beyond help. That poor little green child is the center of his obsession, and quite honestly, whether he got in this country legally or not is no concern of mine. I have much more important matters to attend to, like opening dimensional gateways and curing world hunger. Hopefully my son will see the light if he hangs out with this other child long enough.
Anonymous asks, what would you do if your son was right about aliens?
Please, people, stop it with this line of questioning. It's so unscientific. You could ask me about anything. You could ask me the secrets to infinite energy, or the scientific study of microbiological cybernetic enhancements, or the process of traveling to alternate dimensions. But instead, I get questions about my foolish son and his unhealthy obsession with fairy tales. You know what? I quit! This interview is over! And aliens are not real!
I sure like being an alien, doing alien stuff. Yep. Next question, please.
Anonymous asks, do you know that when you were a scientist previous to Operation Impending Doom 1 and 2, the blob monster you created ate Tallest Miyuki and Tallest Spork?
Yeah, duh. It was pretty neat.
Anonymous asks, what would you do if Gur cloned himself?
Kill myself. Or the clone. Or Gur. Anyway, someone's gonna die.
Anonymous asks, what do you do for fun? If nothing, why?
Ooh, what a delightful question. Well, besides human experimentation, I do enjoy humiliating the Dib fool, formulating plans for the enslavement of the human race, provoking the Dib, preparing my acceptance speech for when the tallest let me reign over the Irken Empire, creating weaponry, not dying, and ruining Dib's pitiful human life.
Do you play video?
I do not waste time on trivialities such as video games.
Anonymous asks, what do you think about defective Irkens? Along the same lines, Alex Pacheco, aka TH00PIDSQWRL, asks, what do you think about defects, and what would be your reaction if you found out you were one?
I won't even bother answering that last part, since I am not a defective, and such mindless speculation is a waste of time. Ha! Defectives. Squealy little fools destined for execution. I hate them. They are parasites to the Irken Empire, and they also smell bad. What?
Nothing, sir. Nothing. Just thought of a funny joke I heard the other day.
Oh. Huh. Okay. So, anyways, I hate defectives. They're a bunch of miserable little stinkworms, and they all deserve to be neutralized or turned into snack slaves.
Anonymous asks, do you have secret weapons Zim has installed on you in case he needs you in a combat situation? And if so, then...
Welcome home, son!
If so, then what's the most lethal one?
Welcome home, son!
Grain Art asks, Zim, if you could be tallest for 1 Earth year, what are some of the things you would do?
I'm going to be tallest for a year? Huh? Computer! Contact the tallest immediately!
Alistair asks, how did you ever get Gur to work by just putting paper clips and gum in his head?
You know what? I don't know. It was just supposed to be a piece of broken junk. His AI must have still had some kick left in it. Whatever though. It's Zim's problem now.
Anonymous asks, how many horrible fantasies about destroying Zim go through your head whenever he calls?
Depends on how recently he's caused trouble for us. Anywhere from 15 to 37 on a good day. On a bad day... On a bad day, I'm tempted to order an airstrike on his position right there and then. Heck, if it weren't for the fact that the Armada is always busy crushing some foolish alien race, Zim would be a liquefied puddle on the sidewalk by now.
Logie asks, imagine Zim would disappear without a trace. Would you try to find him out of morbid curiosity to learn what happened to him? Or would you rather throw the biggest party the Irken race has ever witnessed, even though risking that Zim might show up to it despite not being involved?
Party? No, not until we find the body. I don't trust Zim. Not after Impending Doom 1, not after the Massive was hacked.
Definitely not after that one time with the cheese.
No. Definitely not after that either. So, unless Zim's lifeless husk is brought to me, and this pack is blown to Kingdom Come, I won't trust any news that he's dead or missing.
But then we'd throw a party, right?
Oh, you bet we'd party.
One unworthy human worm baby asks, do you have any plans to attack Earth, the planet Zim landed on?
I don't know. Earth is kinda dumb and useless. Besides, anything that makes Zim distracted from the rest of us is a good thing. I don't want to go anywhere within 5 light years of that little snot. What about you?
Zim scares me.
Anonymous asks, how old were you when you two became the tallest, and how old are you now?
Oh, well, that depends. I mean, what years are you counting? We're roughly around, 5 spectasquackles, somewhere around there.
That's 12 Gestexic Stanley years for all you poor, stupid fools out there.
Anonymous asks, Almighty tallest red and purple. It seems as though many have shipped the two of you together. Even though I know the Irken race doesn't have the same relationship status as humans do you think if you two were humans, you two would be, a couple?
What?
Ship us?
That's disgusting!
Yeah, and I'm claustrophobic. I mean, why would you want to put us into a little box like that? Do you have any clue how tall we are? Huh? We'd probably suffocate on all those packing peanuts.
Wait, couple? I think they meant...
Well, what? Come on. What else could they mean, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet jumping dogs! What the heck?
I know, right?
I think I just vomited in my mouth just then. No, really. I can feel it right there.
And why would we want to be humans anyways? They're disgusting!
I'd kill myself first.
Incoming call from planet Earth.
Oh boy.
My tallest! You are the best ever! I can't believe that you would do such a wonderful thing.
What are you talking about?
Me be tallest for 1 Earth year? I am astounded! Simply astounded! You have made the right choice, my tallest. I shall rule the Empire with an iron fist!
Whoa, hang on. Who said anything about...
I will show no mercy. All shall kneel before Zim. They shall kneel like they've never kneeled before. And every Tuesday shall be free snack day for me. And...
Hey!
No, hang on, my tallest. I had a speech ready for this occasion. This is broadcasting to the whole fleet, right?
No, Zim. Who said you'd be tallest for a year, huh? Was it one of us?
Well, no.
Was it a control brain?
Well, not really, but...
Zim, whoever said it is clearly insane. We would not let you be in charge. You're not tall enough. Besides, you're, mentally...
Yes?
We need your skills on Earth right now. You being tallest would, interfere with that?
Wait, so I'm not gonna be tallest for a year?
Nope,
I shall find you, Grey Knight! I shall find
Could someone please cut the transmission?
Ridden worm you are! Your bowels shall be
Glad that's over. What's the next question?
Anonymous asks, how much of Zim's mission do you know about? Did you know that one time he tried to kill everyone in his class by sending them to a dimension with a moose? What are your opinions on that?
We know too much about the pest's mission.
Idiot won't shut up about it. I mean, really, he keeps calling day after day after day.
It gets real annoying.
Yeah.
And as for that particular scheme of his, yes, he told us all about it.
And most of that half-hour ramble was a lie, I'm sure.
Right, yeah. Like that part where he battled 5 Vorten ninjas in his base.
Uh-huh. But in all seriousness, it wasn't a bad plan. Really, it wasn't. But,
It was useless. Why bother destroying those human kids? I mean, that's slave labor you're throwing away right there. Basic military training encourages not destroying potential resources unless it's necessary.
Also, the idiot didn't just send them to space, then open all airlocks. That would have done the trick. I know from experience. Oh my gosh. Do you remember those POWs last week?
Yes. What was it that one said?
He was all like, "No, not my grandma!"
Then the airlock and...
Whoosh. No, not my kidney intestines.
Anonymous asks, plasma balls can't melt Irken steel. Wasn't Pennington want an inside job?
What's that even supposed to mean?
Well, technically, I guess. I mean, Zim was an invader at the time, so kinda?
I don't know.
Anonymous asks, Tallest, would you ever tell him he was just a joke?
Again, I'm confused. What's that mean?
I think they're referring to Zim and his fake mission. Here's another question with the same meaning. Another anonymous person asked, do you ever plan on telling Zim that his entire mission is a lie?
Maybe.
Would it be funny?
Yeah, see, exactly. How funny would it be? There's the question. And also, would it blow up in our face? That seems to happen a lot.
Yeah, but then again, maybe we could tell him before blowing him up?
Why?
Well, so he won't blow us up.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I don't know, though.
Huh.
Good question.
Anonymous asks, are you destroying the other species in the universe so that nothing can be taller than you?
Of course not. That would be so petty.
Yeah. Petty.
I mean, we're obviously superior, so why care about that? What really matters is what we can convert the planets into afterwards. I personally am looking forward to a movie theater planet.
Yeah, nothing to do with height at all. Nope. Nuh-uh. Not at all.
Anonymous asks, what are your opinions of each other?
Well, not to be blunt, but I'm definitely more military-minded.
Hey!
Well, who was the one who was always goofing off instead of studying, huh?
You?
Exactly. And it was a militant strategy you couldn't comprehend. You're more of a, propaganda figure.
Oh, okay then.
So, what's your opinion of me?
Well, why should I share that? Technically, I don't even have to speak to you, seeing as I'm half a micrometer taller.
Oh, not this again.
Yes, this again. I'll have you know.
Alex Pacheco, aka TH00PIDSQWRL, asks, what would your reaction be if you and Zim were put up for existence evaluation?
Ha! All Irkens must be put through it at some point. I'll have you know that my record is completely free of any defects. None whatsoever. So, I'd have nothing to fear. My wonderful feats for the Empire would be put on display for everyone to see. They'd see what a terrible mistake it was that Zim, fake mission or not, got assigned to a planet that I should have. Then they'd probably let me go and kill that little insect myself. So anyway, I don't think I have a thing to worry about when my existence evaluation shows up. As far as Zim goes, he can be terminated for all I care.
Anonymous asks, how did you get your hypnotic powers?
I saved up quite a lot of money to get it installed to help me with being an invader, but then Zim. I'm fine. Next!
Anonymous asks, why did you decide on having your SIR unit look like a cat?
It made the most sense. SIR units are about the size of human household pets.
and I needed Mimi to be with me without seeming out of place. Hence the cat disguise.
And besides, felines were the closest thing to a creature that wasn't grotesque in appearance. Unlike canines, who would choose a dog for a disguise. I'll tell you who! Idiots that shouldn't be allowed to have their packs attached to their bodies, let alone invade entire planets!
Anonymous asks, which is better, completely annihilating an enemy species, or only mostly annihilating the species and enslaving the rest?
Well, that all depends. What are their strengths and weaknesses? Do they run the risk of uprising? How smelly are they? Stuff like that must be answered before a course of action is to be taken. This is basic military strategy. Child's play. For example, I knew that the humans would be useless to enslave, as they were utterly incapable of performing even menial tasks required by the Empire. Besides, we have plenty of slave races anyways. So, knowing this, I was just planning to hollow out their core and fill it with snacks, letting them either freeze to death or die as the tectonic plates shifted violently. And I would have done it too! Mark me! My plan would have worked if it weren't for that stupid, pathetic, rotten, insubordinate, rebellious, self-centered, narcissistic...
So that's that. Next question.
Anonymous asks, why does the fact that you are taller than the other Irkens make you their leader?
Huh?
I don't get it.
Me neither. Could you reread the question?
Anonymous asks, why does the fact that you are taller than the other Irkens make you their leader?
That literally makes no sense.
What a stupid question. You might as well ask why a squeeze beast has 3 belly buttons.
Wait, hold on. They have 3 belly buttons?
Well, yeah. Wait, what did you think?
I thought they had 4.
That's the females, not the males. The males have 3.
No, I could have sworn. Hang on. 3 or 4 male...
Oh, great. Now I'm not sure.
Maybe they had 5.
Should I continue?
Yeah.
Okay. Anonymous asks, does Zim scare you or just annoy/anger you?
Both.
Yep, definitely both. In equal portions.
Another anonymous question. Do you realize that technically Zim killed the 2 tallest prior to you? Knowing this, how do you feel about Zim?
Oh, really?
I knew it!
There was a lot of debate about all that stuff, but it mainly revolved around whether Zim did it on purpose or not.
Yeah, it's pretty much common knowledge that little sociopath is responsible for many deaths.
Also, it makes me sad and uncomfortable, because he could do the same to us.
Yes. Hence the whole banished to the furthest backwater planet we could think of thing.
Anonymous asks, Gaz, besides your dad, who's your favorite living entity? (parentheses). Smiley face.
Besides my dad, I guess, of the people I know, guess I hate my brother the least.
Are you alright?
That was painful to say.
Anonymous asks, what are your favorite games?
The Vampire Piggy Hunter series. Duh.
Anonymous asks, why don't you try to stop Zim with your brother? No Earth equals no new video games.
I would, if Zim were a threat, but he's not. Why would I want to get involved with idiots?
Spectra22 asks, what do you think of Gretchen? You know she has a crush on you, right? (parentheses). Smiley face.
Gretchen? Who's that? Gretchen. Oh, that Gretchen! Back of the class, right? Braces, pink hair. Now I remember. She's got a crush on me? Gee, talk about being unobservant. Well, I guess I'll have to pay more attention to that before it becomes a problem with all the, the danger I face every day and all the time. Hey, wait! She's one of the ones that always laughs at me. She does all the time. Like when I got bird dookie on my awesome jacket, or when I was trying to move the bus when we were in the wormhole. Some crush. Yeah, right. Or, geez. Am I really such a loser that even the girls who like me laugh at me all the time? I don't answer that.
Anonymous asks, how do you keep your hair sticking up like that?
Oh, this? I'm not really sure. It does that all on its own. Weird, right? But hey, I like it. I think it looks neat.
Anonymous asks, how do you feel about humans shipping you with dib stink?
That's just stupid. Why would you put me into a tiny enclosed package with that filthy earth rodent? Huh? The very thought makes my squealy spooch all gooey and sicky-like.
Lollipop Xeezy from DeviantArt asks, hey, Zim, I have a question for you. How would you react if you became tallest? Please don't kill me.
Oh, clever. But I'm not falling for such trickery again. Grainart already tried that, and she got imploded. Yes, I imploded her vomit-inducing human innards for deigning to attempt such trickery on the mighty Zim. Oh, I will not kill you. Not quickly, anyway. I'll hunt you down first, and make you realize the utter erroneousness of your error, and, next question.
Anonymous asks, can you please share some details of your childhood with us?
What do you want to know, huh? Are you some kind of spy after my amazing Zim knowledge of Zimness? Eh? Well, if you must know, I actually saved my entire empire from 2 power outages in my Smeethood. Yep. Saved them all. Isn't that neat? After that, I think I did some boring learning stuff, which wasn't very fun. Ooh, and then there was that time at the academy with the juice. Juice. And lasers. Oh, the screaming! The screaming! Oh, I guess.
Yes. The next question, I guess?
Sure.
Logie asks, imagine Dib would suddenly disappear. Would you try to find him and pull at no stops so you could get his attention? I have the impression you need him since he's the only one on Earth who actually takes you seriously.
The Dib. As much as it pains me to admit, the best part of my inevitable doomy victory will be watching Dib's spirits get crushed like the little bug ghosts they are. And that can't happen if Dib suddenly stops existing, so yes, I probably would hunt down the puke-inducing big-headed worm, else I won't be able to gloat in his face.
He even made a gloating hat.
I did, and I worked very hard on it.
All right, next question. It's...
What?
Well, these... It's just...
Out with it!
You asked for it. This one's also from that Logie person. Don't you think you and Gaz would make an adorable couple? You have so much in common, like your hate for Dib, and I believe you could settle down on Earth with her and forget about your mission. It would be just you, her, and Gur as your faithful dog. On your wedding day, you could get rid of your big-headed boy and make it the best day for the rest of your life. Don't you agree? Gur, did you want to do another since, Zim's not here right now?
Sure!
Okay. Anonymous asks, have you ever met the Recap Kid?
Who the Cap Kid? I don't like wearing caps. They all itchy, like pencil shavings. Woo-wee!
No, Recap Kid. Have you ever met the Recap Kid?
I ate a kid once, but that gave me a stomach ache.
Rochelle asks, where does it all go? You eat and eat and eat, but somehow manage to be the tiniest robot ever.
Aw, thank you! You're so nice! I don't know where it goes.
Anonymous asks, how did you get rid of those defective SIR units?
I didn't! They're still here. We've got to be quiet, or else they'll find us. I'm currently hiding on microbes still. They're out there, right now.
Anonymous asks, so do you think you still have a chance at conquering Microb as an invader, or will the Armada need to help you now that your cover has been blown?
Oh, I'm sure I can get this place conquered, those glowing energy beings are so gonna regret fighting against me. Just you wait. By this time next week, the planet will be mine. That is a promise.
Anonymous asks, what's your favorite color?
Well, it's... What? That's an odd question. Really quite ridiculous, I guess. Reddish, purple? I don't know.
Anonymous asks, back when you were in training, was Zim ever a bother to you? Did you guys even interact?
Oh, Zim. Yeah, I remember him. He was, he wasn't exactly the best student. And he was short, too. Never paid attention either. Outside of that, I don't think he did much before Impending Doom 1. No. Wait a minute. Actually, there was the one time with the lasers and juice. Oh, sweet mother of Earth! So much juice! Oh my gosh, they're screaming! They're screaming! It haunts me to this day! Blah! I can still hear his laughter! Make it stop! Just make it stop!
Anonymous asks, what started your interest in the supernatural?
I've always had memories of being abducted as a kid, being experimented on, test tubes, stuff like that. It always intrigued me. Someone asked my dad about it, he got all nervous and said, it must be aliens, because there's no scientific reason for me to create genetic clones of myself. Who said I did such a thing? So of course, I've always been on the lookout for paranormal ever since, especially aliens.
Juliet asks, is it okay if I join you in calling out every single idiot on Earth that you were right all along? And give you hugs as well?
You know what, Julie? Thank you. It's high time someone else saw through Zim's stupid disguise. I mean, seriously, it's so obvious. It's a stinking wig and contacts. How the heck am I the only... Hang on. I need a moment. I could use that hug now.
Anonymous asks, do you play video games? If so, which kinds do you like?
Of course not! Video games are for filthy earth weasel pigs. I am an Irken invader, and do not waste my time on such nonsense. Except for study purposes, of course. And I'll have you know, I've logged nearly 2,500 hours learning these games. That's a lot of studying, you know. This putrid planet won't see the unstoppable destruction hitting it once I have unlocked the secrets of the flapping bird and its godlike power.
Anonymous asks, do you think Gaz will get in your way? If so, how do you plan on getting rid of her?
The Dib sister could be a potential threat, but I've had the computer run 50 different scenarios involving her getting in my way, and each one ended in... well, I'd rather not remember that. Those simulations are supposed to be painless, you know?
Sorry! I still have no clue why that happened.
Anyways. If worst comes to worst, I'll just go into high orbit and bomb the little Earth demon's position from there. It's the only way to be sure, after all.
And if that doesn't work?
Next question.
Anonymous asks, did you know that Zim isn't your biological son?
Welcome home, son!
Anonymous asks, what makes you think you have a chance against the Irken Empire?
We're still working so the bugs out.
You see, the thing about that is...
Oh, yeah, we totally got it. No way we can lose.
We've kind of been laying low for a while.
We almost died.
What with the lack of a ship and everything.
It was so awesome. We are so gonna win.
Anonymous asks, Lardnar, if a defective Irken tried to join the Resisti, would you let it? Also, in the same vein of thinking, someone else asked, suppose a rogue Irken, one who was opposed to Operation Impending Doom 2, wanted to join your cause. Would you allow them to join the Resisti, or would you deny them? Wow, this is a popular question. Here's another from Rochelle. Would you ever consider letting a rebel Irken, if such a thing existed, join the Resisti?
Well, I don't know about that. You see, an Irken would never, ever go against the Empire unless they were defective. So, no. Most defects I've seen, most Irken defectors I have seen, I do not want those on board my ship. They could jeopardize the mission with their idiocy, and I just can't let that happen.
Yeah! Exactly!
Oh.
Anonymous asks, Spleenk, with all due respect, you seem like a bit of a coward. What made you join the Resisti, where you could be severely hurt or even killed?
Hey, I'm not a coward. I just don't like being shot at. And, well, I joined because it was a Friday night and I was bored, so I thought, why not?
Anonymous asks, Schlunkdepuxis, if you were to meet Gur, Zim's Sir Unit, would the two of you get along?
What's a Gur? Is that some kind of space gorilla? That'd be pretty sweet. But not if it's angry. Angry space gorillas aren't so cool. Nope.
Anonymous asks Spleenk, is that thing on your back a life support system? If so, what happened? If not, what is it?
Oh, this? I'm not sure. The scientists told me to never take it off. But I sure like feeling it with soda.
Anonymous asks, Schlunkdepuxis, why is Pirate Monkeys such a great name? Why not Pirate Rebels?
Well, funny you should say that, because that was my second choice. But I thought monkeys, man, monkeys are so cool. True story.
Jell asks, Lardnar, why do you always listen to Splink's dumb ideas?
Well, I mean, it's, why do I listen to you?
I don't know, but you really shouldn't.
You know what? That's a good idea.
Yeah, but, wait, if I told you to stop listening, would you be listening to me?
Hey, yeah, he's got a good point.
But he's Spleenk. He can't have good ideas.
Oh, yeah.
But then should I listen to him or not?
Hasn't stopped you before.
Stop making sense!
Okie dokie.
Anonymous asks, what was your first memory?
Welcome home, son.
Anonymous asks, besides you, who is the greatest invader of all time?
Well, I never really paid attention to anyone else. I guess Invader Spleenk's pretty neat. He's tall. I guess that's why the control brains made sure I got genes that didn't make me grow so much. I'm already so awesome. Me being taller would simply be unfair for my unfortunate, weakly self-esteemed peers.
Anonymous asks, Dear Zim, I know that all humans are filthy vermin in your eyes, but surely even you must find Miss Bitters absolutely terrifying. Do you think it might be possible that she herself is in fact an alien, bent on destroying humanity as well?
Eh? The Bitter Unit? Another faction to deal with? The possibility never struck me. I had always assumed that all human elderly morphed into such hideous monstrosities at a certain age. But if this theory is incorrect, then there's no need for half the test subjects I currently have stored in cryostasis. This warrants further investigation. Gur!
Yes?
I order you to go to school and spy on the Bitters. Gather that intelligence, Gur. Go! Gather it!
You want fries with that?
What?
Yes, sir!
That wasn't to the school. He ran to the orphanage a few blocks away. Whatever.
Do you want me to...
Next question.
Okay. Anonymous asks, Hey, this one's for me! To Zim's computer, how do you tolerate Zim and all his stupidity when you could probably kill him without too much effort? Well, since you asked...
Don't you dare answer that!
But come on!
No!
Okay, fine. Ronald M. Donald asks, what's it like being the ruler of the world that has the comfiest couch in the universe?
Well, gee, way to rub it in. I don't know. Ask Invader Larb. Sorry, was that a bit mean? Sorry. Next question.
Rochelle asks, how do you feel about the almighty Tullist firing you out of a cannon and into Blorch?
I didn't like it. It hurt. And I died. I definitely don't want to do that again. But if the Empire needs me to, I guess I shall do my duty.
Anonymous asks, what's it like living with Zim?
We, bunked together at the academy, so does that count? It should, right? He was alright, I guess. Always had some pretty neat ideas. Neat. No. You know what? I take that back. It wasn't neat. It was scary.
Anonymous asks, how exactly did you manage to conquer planet Blorch? Also, are you satisfied with Blorch becoming a parking structure planet, or would you prefer it had served a different purpose?
Oh, easy. As it turns out, Blorch wasn't exactly an advanced planet. Basically a bunch of primitive cavemen. All I did was pretty much just make sure they served no threat, then send my findings to the tallest and control brains. And there you go. They showed up with the Armada the next day. And I, personally, would have made it a prison planet myself. Those rat people sure not inflict pain on others.
To Robomom, Rochelle asks, do you feel you are a superior robot slave than Gur?
Welcome home, son!
Yeah, welcome home!
Anonymous asks, are you aware that your son is actually an alien bent on conquering Earth?
Welcome!
Wait, what?
Why, that little brat!
He didn't ask us permission to be an alien. Honey, I think we need to have a talk with a certain someone.
I completely agree!
Wait till I get my hands on him. He's gonna be so grounded for such
and his
preposterous
crazy
nonsense.
hobbies
I swear
has
that
gone too
I
far
don't even
this
know what
time.
I'll do.
And he is
but,
so grounded
man.
for being an alien
boy,
for the
is
rest
he gonna
of the
regret
year.
that.
Anonymous asks, what do you plan to do to blend in a few years? I mean, every other human child is still growing, but you're done growing, and you're so short. So very, very short.
Slander! I am not short! How dare you insult me with such venomous lies! Hey, good point. I should probably consider investing in some stilts. Hey, yeah! With death rays! Ooh, I like it. So much! The juice would be a nice touch, but, not sure I want to reuse that weapon, exactly. We still need to sort out the problem where it sprouts mold. I hope you're making notes, Minnie Moose. These stilts are genius. I really...
You are in so much trouble, young man!
That son of mine is
you
gonna be
think
from
you
outer
can
space.
blame yourself and your parents